How's it going, everyone? deceptibot9 here, and thank you, as always, for joining me here on the channel. Now, something that I don't talk about very often on the channel is video games themselves. I talk gaming adjacent things, you know, my Mortal Kombat Storm figures or the McFarlane figures or the McFarlane Doom. So whenever I have sort of video game focused figures of video games that I like that I want to talk about, I put them on the channel, of course. But something I would love to do more of is talk just gaming and games themselves on the channel. And I figured, what better way to start this than, of course, the Mario movie coming out this week. So I found a tier list on Tier Maker, and we're going to do a Mario game tier list. This is the first time I've ever done a tier list. I think it's going to be really exciting. It's going to be really fun. So let's, as you can see, let's go through the categories here. So the tier list, I will say I changed the names of them here. Obviously, S tier is Mario number 1. A tier is Wahoo! B tier is Let's Go! C tier is Okie Dokie. D tier is Mamma Mia. And E tier is Your Princess is in Another Castle. That means you need to find a new game. And I have a category as well for never played, in case there's any games on here that I have never played. I'm looking at the list. There already are a couple. So why don't you say, let's go ahead and get right into it, shall we? Okay. All right. So first up here is Super Mario Maker. I'm going to count this. I've played the Wii U version a few times, and I don't own the one on Switch, although I want to. So really the Mario Maker game that I had the most time with was the one on the 3DS, Mario Maker 3DS. And it's a fun game. It is a fun experience. And again, I've played the Wii U one before many times, so I kind of know the vibe of the game overall, and I had a lot of fun on the 3DS version. I know it was very limited compared to it. So yeah, I'm going to put Super Mario Maker in Wahoo tier because it is a lot of fun, and it's something that I want to get back into and play more of. I just need to get better at designing levels. That was really the hardest part when I was playing that game. Was I always struggled to like make it interesting or whatever it felt like to me. But there goes Super Mario Maker. All right, Mario and Luigi Paper Jam is next. Now I'm gonna break a lot of hearts here. I am a super huge Mario fan, obviously, or else I wouldn't be making this video. I've never really played any of the Mario RPG games, so Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, it's going in the never played tier. Luigi's Mansion, Dark Moon. Luigi's Mansion, Dark Moon. I only ever played this game very little. I never actually, I think, got far enough to really have a solid opinion on Luigi's Mansion, Dark Moon. So I'm just going to put it in the never played category just to be safe, just because I feel like I can't really talk about it very much. Mario and Luigi, Bowser's Inside Story. Now, this game, I've always heard great things about. And I was always one that interested me when it came out. But I've never played it. So it's going in the never played category. All right. Super Mario Brothers U. Again, I only ever played this game really not very much. So it's going to just go in the never played category. There is the deluxe version out that I do want to try. New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. I didn't own a Wii U, so a lot of these Wii U games I haven't really had a chance to experience until them getting ported to the Switch potentially. And I know this is one of the ones that got ported to the Switch. So maybe I'll have to try it and come back with this video later. Okay, now we're getting into finally some ones I feel like I can actually have some merit talking about. New Super Mario Bros. Wii, easily in the Mario number 1 category. I freaking love New Super Mario Bros. Wii. It's one of those games that came out at the perfect time. I was like the perfect age I felt like to be playing the Mario franchise, and it was when I had a Wii, so you know the Wii was everything to us as kids. But New Super Mario Bros. Was so fun because you can, with the 4-player co-op, like you get your friends or your family together, and you can all play, and you fight over who gets to be Luigi and who gets to be Toad, and then you're fighting while also trying to work together. It is a super, super fun experience. My wife and I played it, I think, last year or the year before. We just went through and played the entire game again. It's so much fun, man. It's so, so much fun. I love it. Piggybacking off of that, of course, before New Super Mario Bros. Wii was New Super Mario Bros. The original on DS. And this game, I believe, if I remember correctly, when I got my first DS, this was the game that I got on the day that I got my DS. So there is a lot of fun nostalgia with this game. Of course, I'm putting it a little bit lower, in this ranking of which is better in this category. I like Wii over New Super Mario Bros. DS. I think it's a more fun experience, but I freaking love New Super Mario Bros. On the DS. It is one of probably in my top 10 favorite games of all time. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe I'll do that list one day. That would be a hard list to make, but if you want to see it, you let me know. All right. Moving on. All right, regular old Super Mario Brothers 2. Now, I like this game a lot more than other people do. And I chalk that up partially to my dad. My dad also, he was the one who first, played Mario in front of me and played Mario with me. So I have a lot of Mario love to have thanks to my father. And he never hated Super Mario Bros. 2. So by proxy, I never hated Super Mario Bros. 2. Now, that being said, it does feel super vastly different than your traditional Mario game, but I feel like that's also where part of the fun is. So I'm going to put it, this could be blasphemous, I'm going to put it in the, I'm going to put it in Okie Dokie. Because it is a lot of fun, play every once in a while. It was the first game where you could play as other characters besides Mario or Luigi, and it was the first game where they had subtle differences between each of them. So yeah, I'm going to put it at Okie Dokie. It has a lot of fun moments, but it does feel different enough that it can draw you out of it being a Mario game sometimes. Plus the ending of it being a dream, I've never liked that ending. I have never liked that ending at all. All right, here's the big one. Super Mario Odyssey. Now I'm going to preface when I say this. Some people are going to be super mad at me for this, probably. I'm not the biggest fan of 3D Mario. I know. 3D Mario is the best Mario, whatever. Never been the biggest fan of 3D Mario. I prefer the 2D side-scrolling Mario. That's just who I am. But I couldn't deny that when they announced Odyssey and showed off footage of Odyssey and everything, that it looked like it was going to be fantastic. And of course, the Switch came out. It came out with Breath of the Wild, but of course, I didn't get it till later. So when I got my Switch, it came with Super Mario Odyssey. And man, I freaking love Super Mario Odyssey. It's going up here. I don't think it's as good as New Super Mario Bros. Wii, but I freaking love Super Mario Odyssey. It is a fantastic game. Like the capping mechanic, I really adore. It is such a fun, unique feature, and I absolutely love it. It is so much fun. I love being able to take over enemies, taking over other objects that are in the area. The T-Rex at the beginning of the game, it's insane. I freaking love Super Mario Odyssey. So it's going up there, below New Super Mario Bros. Wii, but above New Super Mario Bros. DS. All right, here it is. Okay. I have never played Super Mario RPG. I know. Again, you guys come after me all you want. Fake Mario fan, call me whatever you want. Here I'll say again, I'm not the biggest RPG fan. I've never been a particularly big fan of the RPG genre as a whole. There's something about it that it just doesn't click with me very well. So, Super Mario RPG is going in the never played category. If there is anything that this is revealing to me, it's that I need to play more Mario games. I just feel like apparently I haven't played as many as I thought I have. Super Mario 3D Land. I haven't played this game in a long time. I did play it when it first came out on the 3DS, but it has really been a long time. I don't remember hating it though, so I'm gonna slap it in Okie Dokie underneath Super Mario Bros. 2, which means I should probably go back and play Super Mario 3D Land again because it's been quite a long time. Okay, and here's a big string of Paper Mario and other Mario RPG games. These are all just going straight into the never played category. I'm sorry. I know. You can lambaste me all you want. I just haven't. I just haven't. I don't know what to tell you. I know. I'm sorry. I know. Okay. Super Mario 3D World. Now, this is one that I have played a little bit of, but I haven't played a lot of. Again, it was one of those ones that came out on the Wii U. I didn't have the Wii U, so anything that's on the Wii U I didn't really get to experience a lot of. I opted for going for 3DS instead. So again, I'm gonna put it at the top of the never played category. Same, I'm going to switch Luigi's Mansion, Dark World, actually, and New Super Mario Bros. U. Because these ones down here I've just never touched, period. But these ones I have played a little bit of. I just don't feel like I have enough to go off of to quantify putting them in any category. Again, here's another one I was talking about. This game, I believe, is bundled on the Switch with New Super Mario Bros. U. They put it as New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe or something like that. I've only ever played a little bit of this one. I've never actually played it all the way full. Never really fairly experienced it, so it's going down here with its brother, Mario and Luigi, another RPG one that's going down here. Man, you guys are going to... I hope the Mario fandom does not come after me for never having played a lot of these games. It's a shame, because I love Mario. I'm a huge Mario fan. I just haven't touched some of these, and you know my explanation for these. Okay, anyway, back to games that I have played. Super Mario Galaxy 2. The Galaxy games are a lot of fun. I love the Galaxy games, and I feel like 1 is better than 2, in my opinion. So I am going to put 2 in the Wahoo category under Super Mario Maker, and we're going to leave it at that. I do love the Galaxy games, though. They are a lot of fun, and I played at least Galaxy 1 again on when they released Super Mario 3D All-Stars. So, yes, great time. Yoshi's New Island. This is a game I do have, and it is quite fun. It is quite fun, but it didn't really stick with me in any memorable way. I do like the Yoshi's Island games as a whole. They are a lot of fun, but since they don't really have a lot of that sticking power, you know what? We're gonna do a little rearranging. I am gonna move Super Mario 2 to Let's It Go. All right, this could be controversial. I feel like I'm putting it there. Mario 3D Land is staying there, and I'm going Yoshi's New Island in Okie Dokie. Okay, we're gonna do that. Paper Mario again down here, never played. Sorry, come after me. Okay. Now this one's a little hard. Super Mario Land is fun. Super Mario Land is fun. And it was a tie-in title for the Game Boy, so I don't want to hate on it too much. But ultimately, in my opinion, the mechanics of the game are not the greatest. It feels a little clunky compared to how Mario games traditionally felt at that time. Comparing it to when it came out, it was up against Mario 1, 2, and 3. And the Lost Levels if you were in Japan. And Mario is such a smooth game. He has such smooth mechanics with the running and the jumping, and that Super Mario Land didn't really capture that. But I think as a release title for the Game Boy, it was pretty solid. I'm going to put it, though, in Mamma Mia, because I feel like it's a fun game, and if you reworked the mechanics a little bit, it could be a lot better. Spoiler, we'll get there. Luigi's Mansion. Luigi's Mansion, great. Luigi is my boy. I love Luigi, and I feel like this was such a unique take for the franchise to go, especially if you're doing a Luigi spin-off. It's a lot more fun doing something that's different for him rather than, just doing another Mario game, but, as Luigi, which I think they actually tried to do during the year of Luigi, and I don't think it worked out well for them. So Luigi's Mansion is great. It's going to go in the Wahoo category, but it's going to go below the other ones just because I didn't have a GameCube, so I didn't play it all the time, but I would play it when I would go to friends' houses and all that. And then eventually I did get it to play on the Wii, so I do have the experience playing the full game. Again, this is another one I've never played. I am so sorry to all the people who are fans of all of these games. I'm sure maybe one day when I've run out of other Mario games to play that I will play them, but anyway. Super Mario 64. Super Mario 64. I know everybody loves Super Mario 64. And I'm sure if I was a kid in 1996 and all I had was an N64 and Super Mario 64 came out, it would have blown my mind. But I never actually really... I was going to say I never have experienced Mario 64 until Mario 3D All-Stars, but that's not entirely true because I had Super Mario 64 DS, which I feel like is a better version of Mario 64. But Mario 64 does have its moments, and maybe it's because I played it on Switch versus playing it actually on the 64, which is the system it was built for. My view of it is kind of skewed a little bit. I'm going to put it in Let's Go, but I'm going to put it... People are going to be so mad. I'm going to put it... No, Okay, I'll put it above Mario 2, if it lets me. There we go. I will put it above Mario 2, but it's going in Let's Go because I personally don't have as much fun with Super Mario 64 as I do with all these other games. So, moving on, Super Mario 3 is, yep, that's going right up here, right above Odyssey. Super Mario 3, not above New Super Mario Bros. Wii yet, though. Super Mario Bros. 3 is fantastic. Great game. I have sunk so many hours into Super Mario Bros. 3. It's got a great feeling. It has a great world. All the levels are fantastic. It added great new power-ups to the mix. It is a super, super fun and solid game all around. It is easily the best of the NES trilogy of Mario games. Really just feels like one of those like big staple Mario games. It is so, so good. Okay, we'll move on here to Super Mario All-Stars. This is on here, it's listed as a Super Nintendo version, but I'm going to talk about the Wii version because I think Super Mario All-Stars is great. I love Super Mario All-Stars because it had fun updated graphics, and it still gave you, remastered versions of Mario 1, 2, 3, plus it gave you the lost levels as well if you were in America, which is incredibly difficult, and I loved trying to do. But at the end of the day, it is a compilation, more so than its own unique game, even though it did kind of remaster the graphics of a lot of those games, although it just made them all look like kind of Super Mario World. So I'm going to put it in Let's Go, but at the bottom, because we've talked about all these other games. It's just a compilation. But I have a lot of good fun memories to experience with Super Mario All-Stars because we had it on the Wii. We played it together, me and my dad, a lot. So, yeah, goes there. Original Super Mario Brothers, one of the probably most influential and quintessential video games of all time. Super Mario Brothers is a top-tier game. It is going, of course, in the very, very top. If I can reach all the way up, there we go. All the way at the very, very top, but it will go under these other games. I have played the first Super Mario Brothers game countless times, more times than I can count ever in my lifetime. I learned, from my dad. I learned how to go. We played this game a lot together, so there is that to have as well because we played the hell out of this game together. We played it 2-player. We traded off. It was one of our favorite games to play together when I was younger. Even now, like if I sat him down in front of the TV and said, "Hey, we're playing Super Mario Brothers," he would be all down. I would love that. All right, here's another great one, another banger. Super Mario Galaxy is great. It's going up here in the very top of the list. It's another one of those like staple Mario games. I felt like it was really a turning point in what Mario games could do. Getting able to explore the galaxy a little bit is a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun mechanic. It was a great game for the Wii as well, and it feels different enough from New Super Mario Bros. Wii that both of those games can kind of coexist, and I think that is a fantastic game. Okay, Super Mario Land 2. This game is great for multiple reasons. Reason number one is it introduces Wario, who is my favorite Mario franchise character. So, of course, I have to give some love to Super Mario Land 2 for giving us my boy Wario. But on the other hand, what I was talking about with Super Mario Land 1 is if you just polish that up, fix the mechanics, make it a little more smooth, you will have a greater game, a greater experience of that game. That's exactly what Super Mario Land 2 did. Super Mario Land 2 took the problems with Super Mario Land 1 and fixed them and made it a great game. It feels a lot smoother. It runs a lot better. The power-ups are super fun. I love the rabbit ear flappy power-ups. And this game is also fresh in my mind because they put it on the Switch, on the Game Boy Nintendo Switch Online not expansion, but the Nintendo Switch Online thing where you can play the Game Boy ports. And I recently just played through this game again because I used to have it on my Game Boy, and I freaking love this game. I am gonna put it. I don't know if it goes with the rest of the games that I have in the top category, the Mario #1 category. So I'm gonna put it at the very top of Wahoo, because I think that game definitely deserves a Wahoo. Controversial, potentially. Super Mario Sunshine is not my favorite. I played it one time when I was younger at somebody's house who had a GameCube, and I was like, "Oh, a Mario game," and I was trying it, and I did not. I was so put off that game that I did not try it again until I got Super Mario 3D All Stars, and I said, "Well, I might as well give it a shot." I essentially just paid $20 for this game. I might as well. And I liked it a lot more playing it now as an adult on the Switch. It's still not my favorite. I don't really have strong feelings towards or against Super Mario Sunshine really anymore. I feel like I'm kind of neutral now. So it's going to go in the okie dokie category. I do like, though, the flood. That's a fun mechanic, and it's a fun character introduction. So it's not bad, but it's just going in okie dokie. I feel very neutral. Okay. Oh, yeah. Super Mario World. This game is great because everything I was saying about Super Mario Bros. 3 kind of it just gets amplified here with Super Mario World. Super Mario World is a hella fun game. It's got a great feel to it. It introduces us to Yoshi. We get the Yoshi mechanic. I love the artistic style of this game as well. It has such a fun art choice. And the cape is such a great power-up too. Like, you cannot beat the cape. So he is going, I gotta scroll up. He is going right here, above Mario 3. Yeah, he'll go above Mario 3 because I do think it's a better game than Mario 3. I just have played Mario 3 more. But it's going to go under Mario Bros. Wii. Which leaves us with our last game in this tier list. If you'll notice, this tier list did not include any spin-off ones. It didn't have Mario Party, no Smash, no Mario Kart. Hell, it doesn't even have Mario Land 3 on here, which is technically it's Wario Land, so it's a Wario game. But it is still called Super Mario Land 3, so I do think it should have been on here. But that leaves us with Yoshi's Island, the original Yoshi's Island. The game is super fun. Of course, we all like to shit on Baby Mario being an annoying little shithead, but it's a fun game. I will say Yoshi's Island is fun. I don't know that I like it as much as some of the games in the Wahoo category, so I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to put it at the very bottom of the Let's Go category. All right. Well, that's the end of my tier lists, everybody. Yeah, I mean, look at that. I feel like that's a good mix. Now, of course, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Please remember, this is my opinion based on games that I have played and my growing up experience, my life experience with these games. Your tier list is bound to be vastly different than mine, I am sure. And again, because there's a lot of these games on here that I haven't played technically, I feel like I couldn't rank them, so I had to make a never played category because that's unfair to those games to judge them if I've never played them, only heard things about them. And you'll notice nothing landed in Your Princess is in Another Castle. I don't think any of these games are inherently bad. I love Mario. I love all of the Mario games. Some are just way more fun than others, but I find enjoyment in every installment that I have played. So on that note, thanks for joining me for my first ever tier list and my ranking of the Mario Brothers game, or my tier list of the Mario Brothers games in honor of the Mario Brothers movie coming out. Go ahead and let me know in the comments down below, what are your opinions on the Mario games? What's kind of, give me your tier list, your sort of general loves, okays, bads, all that kind of stuff. And if there's any game that has ended up in my never played list that you think I desperately need to play, go ahead and let me know that down below as well, because I am willing to try all of the games. Some of these I just never had the opportunity, never got around to. Yada, 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 whatever it be. So, yes, guys, thank you for making it all the way to the end of my video. If you want to see more tier lists or more video game content in general overall, please go ahead and let me know that down below as well. I primarily do action figure stuff, but if you're finding me here for this video game tier list, thank you. If you want to stick around, go ahead, do it. You might as well. See if there's anything else you like here on the channel. And if this does well enough, I will go ahead and make some more video game content because I love video games. So I love to talk video games more with everybody here. So that being said, guys, I've been your host, deceptibot9. Thank you, as always, for joining me, and I'll see you guys later.